actually, the lyrics for Believe in Me were inspired by a conversation that Bob and I had about the importance of having people in your life who believe in you and support you. And he told me how about the relationship he had with his father. And he literally said, I am who I am today because of my father, because of the values he instilled in me, because he believed in me and supported me, even when I didn't believe in myself, and he helped me build confidence that way. And yeah, we just thought that would be a beautiful message for this song. And I can relate to it as well, because I'm very fortunate to have a super close relationship with my parents. And they have believed in me and supported me my whole life. Even with me going on this unconventional career path in music, even though they themselves don't play instruments, they listen to music as a pastime, but have never pursued music in this way. And still, they believe in me and support me. And I know that because of the strong relationship we have and the fact that they have always believed in me and continue to support me, even when I mess up, has given me the confidence in myself that I have today. And I'm super grateful for that. And I know it's not everyone has this type of relationship with their family, but there's other types of mentors. It can be your friends, other family members, it can be people you meet in your network, in your workplace, teachers. But yeah, that's what the song is about. And my approach to performing the lyrics, I don't know, the demo, it was just so beautiful that Bob sent to me to write on. And I really felt like the words just flew out. And let me tell you, it doesn't work like that for me all the time. It's not like I sit down and I write a song within like half an hour, the lyrics in half an hour. But with this song, it was super easy. Yeah, I just envisioned someone up there looking at me and me remembering how they would support me, and feeling that even if I'm not with them, even if I'm not in the same room with this person, I still feel supported by them. And it's like they hold space for me so that I can become who I was meant to be. And that is what Believe in Me is all about.
When we lose a parent or a loved one, it's like a mindset shift to preserving their memory. So my father passed away, and he was close to 92 years old, actually close to 93 years old, and lived a wonderful, long life. I was very fortunate to have parents who believed in me, especially my father. It's really kind of made me who I am today, the values and the very foundation from which I live my life. I can remember during my life as a child, whether it's playing sports or doing whatever, sometimes I just wanted to take the easy way and get kind of lazy. And my father would never let me do that. He always was pushing me to become my best self, to strive to be better and strive to take a more difficult path. So that was because he believed in me. During my grieving process, after my father passed, I was writing the eulogy for my speech at my father's funeral. It really got me thinking about the power of belief, the power of believing in someone. And then if someone has someone in their life that believes in them, or more than one person that believes in them, it's truly life-changing to that person. So then I went through a period of reflection, where I reflected back in my life as to the people that believed in me. And I know we're not all privileged to have parents that believe in you, or believe in us, but hopefully there's people we can think back of in our life that believed in us. For example, it could be a teacher, a coach, a spouse, a counselor, a mentor, and it's great. What's great is that that power or that feeling you have with someone believing in you, it's very strong, because it not only does it give you confidence, but you don't want to let them down, and therefore you're really pushing yourself sort of beyond what you normally do with confidence that someone does believe in you. So that's kind of, in a nutshell, where this idea came for the Believe in Me track. What became really clear to me in this process is, by surrounding yourself with people that do believe in you, and if you've ever believed in somebody else, the people that believe in you don't experience your self-doubt. They see your strengths, and they see what you're capable of. So it's much easier for them to push you and to be there and give you confidence, because they know what you can do even more so than you do. So that's why I really wanted to create this track, to pass on this message, to help people, to give people hope. And what better person than to do this than with Susana. So when Susana and I had this conversation about the power of surrounding yourself with people who believe in you, it was really magical on how it just resonated with her. She told me she was thinking about the people in her life who believed in her. So it just started her down a thought process of appreciation and gratitude, and then of course the confidence that it instilled in her along the way, when she, like the rest of us, didn't feel as confident about herself. And so this even made it more magical that she could relate to this experience, and it motivated her and helped her with her creativity towards creating these really amazing, powerful lyrics. So this is how the idea for Believe in Me was born.
I think, when someone takes inspiration from something that you've made, then that's like the biggest compliment ever. So yeah, that's a very humbling thing. And I didn't even know that was the case before we started working on this track. And for me, each song is a new creative process. And so those outside things don't really play a part when I sit down to write a vocal top line and melody. But yeah, of course, it's a super, super great honor to know that Shivers has influenced Bob in the way, apparently, that it has. And I guess then this is like a full circle moment where we're working together on a single for his new album, which is going to be so beautiful. I've heard a few of the other tracks, so I'm super excited to be part of this album with Believe in Me.
So in the early 2000s, I started hearing music from Paul Van Dyke. I think he was doing Politics of Dancing album back in that day. And Paul Oakenfold did a kind of a really crazy sort of a more classical style trance. And it just piqued my interest, although I did not know what the genre was called. And then fast forward to about 2005, I heard this track called Shivers from Armin van Buuren, and the vocalist was Susana. And that really captured my interest about trance music, and that I really wanted to focus more on learning more about this genre and who also the producers and the artists. And so that's how I got started in my love for trance music. So about a year ago, I was speaking to Ram Boone. Ram is a major trance artist who's been in the dance music and the trance scene for about 30 years. In fact, I'll be playing at his event, 30 Years of Ram, in about a week. I was talking to him about the album and the idea for Believe in Me. And it's then when he suggested that I work with Susana in this track. So as crazy as this would seem, my immediate thought when Ram suggested working with Susana was, the mind plays tricks on you, was, oh, she'll never work with me, and, self-doubt, and which is really kind of crazy to the title and the message coming out of this track is about believing in yourself. And if you can think it, you can do it. And even in my mind, after Ram had suggested working with Susana, I could just visualize and hear her vocals in the track. And I just knew that this just had to happen. I wanted to work with Susana, and I got super passionate about doing this track. So I think there's another valuable lesson to learn here. I mentioned if you can think it, you can do it. That if you can surround yourself with the right people, you can accomplish so much more than you can by yourself. It's your job to be a good chooser and choose the right people, and then it's also to clearly communicate the vision to get everybody rowing in the same direction. So that's what happened in this track, was building the team to really help with every little aspect of the track to make it as good as it could be. So my feelings, I can't help but thinking this is just surreal that Susana was the partner and the vocalist on this track to make it, just bring it to life and to properly and communicate the powerful messages and musically, emotionally convey really what we were trying to deliver to the listener, was these very valuable messages in believing in yourself and believing in others, and surrounding yourself with people that believe in you as well. So it's just been a dream come true, and I'm very, very grateful.
I think the lyrics of Believe in Me can be interpreted in the broadest way possible, in the broadest meaning. I actually like to leave it up to the listener to find their interpretation, because I might have my idea when I write it about what it's about. But it's super interesting for me to then receive messages or talk to people who've heard the song, and then sometimes it turns out that they interpreted it in a slightly different way, and they could relate to it for different reasons, which I think is beautiful. And besides what we already talked about, believe this song being about the people in your life who have believed in you, and maybe you also supporting other people so they can believe in themselves. I think there's a deeper meaning that can be taken from this song, or that I would love people to take from this song as well. And that is to believe in each other a little bit more, in the other person. Because I feel like, especially on social media, especially online, it's getting more harsh. And I would like us to be more gentle towards each other and be less quick to judge, be less judgmental, and to believe in the good intentions, to believe in the good of other people and believe in their good intentions. Because I think at the end of the day, we're all humans. We all want to live happy and meaningful lives. But I feel like sometimes we have, in certain situations, we've stopped seeing other people, as humans. And so I would like this song to also be an invitation for us to be more gentle towards each other, to believe in the good intentions of other people in our interactions with them. Because especially on the internet, often you don't even see the other person. It's not a conversation. And we cannot read minds. We cannot look inside people's hearts. So why not give each other the benefit of the doubt that we mean well, that we have good intentions? And we can still agree to disagree, of course, and we can still disagree with each other. But yeah, I think we can all show a bit more grace to each other and be more forgiving and more gentle with each other. Yeah, I would love that if people would be able to take that from this song as well. And another thing that I would like to add is, even if maybe you feel like you don't have people in your life who are there to support you, and you find it hard to believe in yourself because of that, you feel like you've always had to vent for yourself, then I also feel that this song can be interpreted in a way that it's about your inner mentor. And I think no matter where we come from, this is important for all of us to also develop our inner mentor, because the strongest form of believing in yourself is when it comes from inside of you. And yeah, I think that's the hard part. That's the hardest path to build confidence within yourself that way. I hope I get my point across, but this inner mentor or inner voice, or maybe it's an outside source like God or the universe, however you like to call it, if you believe in that. But just as what I just talked about being more gentle toward each other, also be more gentle with ourselves and develop that inner mentor. And that will help us approach things with a growth mindset. And I do believe we all have that inner mentor inside of us. We just sometimes need to find it and work on the relationship with it. But yeah, I thought that would be a beautiful meaning to add to this song. And with that, I think that's a great or a good way to wrap up my extensive answer to this question. But I hope it'll inspire someone. And yeah, I am super excited about this song, and I can't wait for all of you to hear it.
This is actually my favorite question, because I try to do so many things through music is to deliver an inspirational message. So what message or messages do I hope that people will internalize? The first one would be to think back through their life as to the people along the way who believed in them. It's really a very fun process. It takes you back to really diving into yourself, into your own mind, into your own, into where you've been and how far you've come, and then showing appreciation and honoring the people in your life that believed in you. And as I mentioned in a previous question, we're not always fortunate. You can't choose your parents. So sometimes we get lucky, sometimes we don't. But along the way, there have been people that will believe in you or have believed in you. And that could be, teachers or counselors or girlfriends, your pet, coaches. If you think hard enough you'll think about those people that believed in you, and then think about what it did to you. How it changed your feelings about life, about yourself, about what you could accomplish. So that's one of the most powerful messages that I hope people get out of this. And it's a joy to be able to put something out there that triggers these types of feelings and hopefully conveys that message. Another message that I hope people internalize is that who you surround yourself with is so important to the trajectory of your life. We are a byproduct of who we surround ourselves with, both positively and negatively. So think about, take inventory of the people in your life that you surround yourself with. Are they adding value to your life? Or are they energy givers? Or are they energy takers? So that's a big one, is who you surround yourself with. If you go through this process and you do make changes in your life and you really focus on surrounding yourself with people that believe in you, you will, I promise you, it's happened to me, you'll be amazed at what's happened and what happens to your life. In doing this track, it's caused me to think back to the times in my life, what were the major events in my life that changed my life for the better? And in thinking back, it was when I got married to a wife of now 36, almost 37 years. It's when I became a father. It's when I became a boss and a leader, when I decided to start my own company, and I had other people depending on me. And also when I became a mentor to other people. So why did this happen? That I noticed that these were times in my life that forced me to believe in other people. And it forced me to rely on other people rather than just myself, to get better results out of my life, to make myself better, to grow as a person, to get better, to achieve more in my life, to basically get unstuck, and change the trajectory of my life. These are all based on bringing the right people in my life and believing in those people. So when I look back, that the transformation was incredible, and especially with the people around me, because when they know that you believe in them, they don't want to let you down. So you raise their level of kind of how they perform in their lives and how they live their lives. So it's just such a remarkable, it's not a simple change, but if you make these kind of changes in your life, the results are just about guaranteed. I truly believe that there's a pay it forward message here. I was very fortunate that I had people in my life that believed in me along the way, which started with my father. So I want to pay this knowledge, this gift that I've been given. I want to pay it forward. So I started doing this with the people in my company, with my kids, and just showing them appreciation, how much I believed in them. I mean, it's got to be real, I didn't really make it up. I look for things, I look for the good. So I found these things, and then when you see them not like giving it their best, or maybe they took the shortcut or the easy way, then you kind of focus on those areas, and I've pushed them, to believe in themselves, that they could do better. It was truly transformational. So paying it forward just kind of keeps the gift, keep on giving, and in hopes that they'll do the same one day when they finally start believing in themselves as well. And of course, the obvious message here, hopefully that people will internalize. It's so important to believe in yourself. And if you think about it, we can't give what we don't have. So whatever you have to do, study, Google, get help from other people, do what you gotta do to love yourself. And if you love yourself first, you've got this gift that you can give away to other people. Social media, yeah, it's a big part of our lives, and we all know the social media trolls, the mean people on social media, which I think is a big part of this message of believing in yourself. And I truly believe that many people on social media, they don't love themselves, and they're just acting out and being nasty. So if you get attacked on social media, one way to look at it is, if it's a person that's important to you, you need to try to help them believe in themselves. But in general, these random strangers that go in and attack you, they don't believe in themselves, and it's just kind of sad. It really is. So if you focus more on loving yourself and watching your self-talk and being careful, I'm such an idiot, and be careful what you say to yourself, and allow yourself to make mistakes, allow yourself to be clumsy, drop things, just the silly things that we all do as human beings, and just not be so hard on yourself, and you start to love yourself, the results will change your life. It really will. So that's in summary the incredible amount of I guess messages that we're trying to convey through this track. So if you can probably tell that I have incredible passion for the messages that will come out of this track. And so Susana and I are just so excited, so passionate about what this beautiful project we've created, and we want to share it with the world. We hope you enjoy it.